And seeing the multitudes, he went up into a mountain, and when he was set, his disciples came unto him, and he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye, when men shall revile you, and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely, for my sake. Rejoice, and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt have lost his savour, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out, and to be trodden under the foot of men. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle, and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light then so shine before men, that they may see your good works, and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Think not that I am come to destroy the law, or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth shall pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. For I say unto you, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. Ye have heard that it was said of them of old time, Thou shalt not kill, and whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Raca, shall be in the danger of the council. But whosoever shall say, Thou fool, shall be in danger of hellfire. Therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there rememberest that thy brother hath aught against thee, leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way first, to be reconciled to thy brother, and then come and offer thy gift. Agree with thine adversary quickly, whiles thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. Verily I say unto thee, thou shalt by no means come out thence, till thou hast paid the uttermost farthing. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, Thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart. And if thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out, and cast it from thee, for it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. And if thy right hand offend thee, cut it off, and cast it from thee, for it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. It has been said, Whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. But I say unto you, that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, causeth her to commit adultery. And whosoever shall marry her that is divorced committeth adultery. Again, ye have heard that it had been said by them of old time, that thou shalt not forswear thyself, but shalt perform unto the Lord thine oaths. But I say unto you, swear not at all, neither by heaven, for it is God's throne, nor by earth, for it is his footstool, neither by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. Neither shalt thou swear by thy head, because thou canst not make one hair white or black. But let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay. For whatsoever is more than these cometh of evil. Ye have heard that it hath been said, An eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you, that ye resist not evil. But whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also. And if any man will sue thee at law, and take away thy coat, let him have thy cloak also. And whosoever shall compel thee to go a mile, go with him twain. Give to him that asketh thee, and from him that would borrow of thee turn not thou away. Ye have heard that it hath been said, Thou shalt love thy neighbor, and hate thine enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemies. Love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. Let's read that again. But I say unto you, love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you, that ye may be the children of your Father, which is in heaven. For he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. For if ye love them which love you, what reward have ye? Do not even the publicans do the same? And if ye salute your brethren only, what do ye more than others? Do not even the publicans so? Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which in heaven is perfect. Now, I don't normally read entire Bible chapters to lead off videos, but I think given recent events that it's time perhaps we should revisit the Holy Bible. It seems that America now has decided it wants to go the way of the French Revolution, not knowing very much about what happened in the decade of revolution that happened after they drugged the king and queen out of the palace and beheaded them. The tens of thousands that were brought out into the middle of the squares and executed, the tens of thousands, for simply supporting the country at the time. I want to say thank you real quick, though, to everyone who's joined us over the Florida Maquis Patreon channel, where it's only $1 per month at the base level, and even less if you sign up for an entire year, and fully refundable. First 90 days, no questions asked. Right now, the Patreon channel is keeping things going. I'm just going to say it right now. YouTube has been something for a season, I believe, and it is on its way out. God bless you, everyone who's signed up. 90 days to kick the tires over there. Hundreds of videos going back years and years and years. Would love to have you over there. There's 4 levels, 1, 5, 10, and 15. There's something for everybody. What are you talking about, McKee? Why did we lead off with an entire Sermon of the Mount? I wonder if the CEO of United Healthcare, if he had been taken out by an illegal Venezuelan migrant, if everybody would be so happy and joyous and dancing on his grave. You see, the French Revolution was a series of events that took place 1789 and 1799. The revolution became more violent and radical, and a period known as the Reign of Terror occurred. During this time, at least 40,000 people were executed in the name of supporting the nation, led to Napoleon Bonaparte. See, there's a lot of people out there who think they're so damn perfect that they can drag one man out and take out their frustrations with insurance bills on one man. A man who had dedicated his life to supporting the Special Olympics. Because, of course, he was the one solely responsible for everybody's problems everywhere. You see, if you read the actual details of what they were alleging, that apparently that he was responsible for 68,000 Americans who needlessly die each year so that insurance company execs like Brian Thompson, multimillionaires, blah, 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 even though we have a billionaire president, billionaires. We have a billionaire president. We have a billionaire president who has now been supported by Jeff Bezos, who said he loves him, and Doge, of course, the man with $216 billion to his name, who's going to go into government and say that they're greedy. Who's going to go into government and say that they're greedy? $216 billion. Most Americans, if you gave them $500 million, wouldn't know what to do with it in the rest of their life. If you gave them half of $1 billion, most Americans wouldn't have a clue what to do with $500 million. This man was worth $10, $20 million. Make no mistake, this is a French Revolution moment. People are going to burn the country down. Am I saying what this guy did was wonderful and right and super? No. Not saying that at all, but my God. People are cheering for a man being gunned down in the middle of broad daylight by somebody. I wonder if it turns out if this guy is some illegal immigrant. I wonder if Fox News will cover it then. See, here's another CEO of another healthcare company. I wonder if somebody found her in an alley where a group of illegal migrants from across the border had their way with her and killed her. I wonder if Fox News would have a different take on this if it was an illegal Venezuelan migrant. See, there's a whole list. Maybe we should just put them all on a list. David Cordani, Andrew Whitty, Sarah London, David Joyner, Jim Recton, Gail Koziara. I mean, there's a whole list of them. Why not just line them up? Why not just drag them out in the streets, build a guillotine? Why not? Why not? You see, there are a lot of people who don't get this kind of coverage who have been screwed over by the federal government, not just an insurance company, but nobody is dragging any military authorities out in the street and doing the same thing or cheering when something bad happens to them. What happened to pray for your enemies? What happened to bless those who persecute you? What happened to the teachings of Jesus? Will you hear these numbers about what they call bad paper discharges? See, they're saying here, after Biden pardoned his son Hunter, that perhaps he can see his way clear to pardon tens, if not hundreds of thousands of veterans who were just kids when they signed up and tried the very best they could to serve their country, but found themselves lacking. But they tried. 62% of service members who were separated from the military for misconduct between 2011 and 2015, 4 years, 57,000 troops were diagnosed with PTSD, traumatic brain injury, and other conditions. Bipolar, substance abuse within 2 years of leaving the service. The Pentagon didn't even follow its own policies. You know, the Pentagon that can't find orders of magnitude more money than any insurance company has ever screwed anybody out of. 13,000 veterans got bad paper discharges that pretty much prevented them from having any real job, any health care benefits, any education benefits, any loans. In total, more than 300,000 veterans who served just after 9/11, just in the 21st century, were discharged with bad paper for just trying to serve. Let me say it again. For just trying to serve and failing. They had the rest of their lives screwed over. But Americans now think that it's okay. Americans now think that it's okay to take one random guy who works for one random company and basically drag him out in the street and behead him and everybody cheer. Because it's all his fault. I talk about psychological operations over at the Patreon channel. This might be by far the biggest one. If we're right now in this country at a point where it is okay to cheer for what just happened in New York, you can forget right now the blessings of God or any forgiveness. Because of course, as we know, our sins, my sins, your sins, they're far less serious than the sins of random Brian Thompson. He did a job. Let me ask you a question as we leave this video. What was his choice? You see, the man had a fiduciary duty as the CEO of that corporation to maximize profits for its shareholders of United Healthcare. He had a fiduciary duty. I thought capitalism was great. I thought capitalism was wonderful. You see, you're mistaken. Those of you who support the gunning down of this man. You're mistaken about the role of an insurance company. The role of an insurance company is not to provide you with health care. The role, or pay for your health care. The role of an insurance company is to make a profit. Just like the grocery store. Eggs? Anybody? Being too expensive? The role of a grocery store is to make money, not to provide you with eggs, not to provide you with groceries. That's not their job. Their job is to make a profit. If they can't sell eggs at a profit, they're not going to sell eggs. If they can't sell you groceries at a profit, they're not going to sell you groceries. The job of the gas station isn't to fuel up your car. The job of the gas station is to make money. If oil companies, gasoline companies, they can't make money selling you that, they're not going to sell you that. That's the root of all capitalism. Whatever you spend money on, whatever services are provided out there, the goal of that company is to make a profit, not to provide you with that service. The service is just the mechanism. See, here's what a lot of people don't get about the French Revolution. They say, we need this moment. We bloods and tyrants. It's a socialist revolution. It's a socialist revolution that happened. It's populism, it's different. No, it's socialism. Remember the let them eat cake? Remember they couldn't afford to eat because it was about money? All about money. But I'm going to ask you, would you be cheering? Would you be cheering if this CEO of a healthcare company was found mutilated in an alley somewhere and it was Venezuelan migrants? I mean, she's a CEO of a healthcare company, right? Open season, right? Would you be cheering? Are you cheering for the hundreds of thousands of veterans who are suffering because they tried and failed? Are you cheering because they were given bad paper and thrown out? Now fix their little red wagon. Really? Wow. I do wonder. What would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? What would he say? I think we already know. I think we already know, and we can read it in Matthew 5. So, I will leave it there. All ties together, though. Join us over at Patreon. God bless all of you who already have. Love to have you over there. Pray for each other. Pray for the family of Mr. Thompson. Pray for his soul. Pray for me. I'll pray for you. Lift each other up. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.